How you going? It's Micah the Geek, and here we are trying to beat F124's AI at 110% again in the F2 series, and then eventually making our way into the F1 series if I feel like it. Now, in the previous series in F123, we did finally beat the AI at 110% at the very last couple of races, but I'm glad we did. Now, can we do it in F124?
I don't know.
Well, there's only one way to find out. So sit back, relax, have a cold one, make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, let's see how we go. And here we are in the F124 driver career. We're going to start in the F2 and we're going to make it as immersive as possible. So we're going to have all of our, driving aids off. We're going to have the AI starting at 100%, and every time we win a race, we'll increase the AI difficulty by 1% until we reach 110% if I'm able to get there in this season. We also have full race lengths and sprints and qualification and yada yada yada. We have full strict immersive rules in the category as well. And we have full simulation damage and all that mumbo jumbo as well. So we literally have no assists, no recoveries, no nothing. There's no cheating involved. And we're just going to see how crap we are in this game. And here is my lovely self with a 65 rating all over. And what driver academy are we going to use? Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, Alpine or McLaren? Well, guess what? I'm not going to choose any of them. I'm going to let them choose me because I'm the best driver in the world. And we're going to stick with the traditional ART because they are, my favorite team in the F2 category. So that's what we're going to stick with. But we still do have the other cars on the grid. There's 12 different teams. But yeah, like I said, we're going to stick with ART because ART are number one. And we're going to use the champion, Théo Pourchaire, the champion of F2 of 2023. So we're going to have him as my teammate and see if we can beat him in this. And here we are for round one at Bahrain. We're going to do a practice session just to get my head around the car with a real track surface. We did do some sim racing and some time trials in the game just to get my head around the car because the car just drives completely different to what it did in F123. It is extremely twitchy and the brakes are absolutely disgusting in this version of Formula 1. But anyway, with the times that we got in the time trials at Bahrain, we're currently in the top 4% of the world with a 139.7. And yet again, I'm not the biggest fan of this track. I do struggle with this track, but yeah, that's my excuse. Anywho, we started with the qualifying pace to see what we're like with the hard tyres on because you cannot do a qualifying pace with the soft tyres. But anyway, and just as we're trying to warm up the tyres, I decide to lose the rear and spin out. A good way to start the practice session. How good is that? As I ramble on, we're going to do a qualifying race, a qualifying lap with the hard tyres to see if we can do some okay times, and surprisingly we do okay times. Next up is the time management program, and we passed that with flying colours, almost 2 seconds ahead of time, so you beauty. And last and not least is the race strategy, and we passed that pretty darn easy as well. I'm starting to get a bit too cocky with this now. I'm just too good, and we're currently 4th in the grid as well with Théo Pourchaire, my teammate, in 3rd position. So yeah, it's looking promising so far. I'm liking this. The car handles like crap still, but I'm still liking it. So as my ego starts to go through the roof, we start to do another qualifying program to see if we can beat our times again and see if we can get first on the standings in the practice session. And as we get into the first corner, everything's looking pretty good so far, looking nice and dandy. We do lock up the brakes as per usual because the car handles like crap, and yeah, we decide to spin out as we approach the second corner because yeah, the car just feels completely unrealistic. Either that or it's just me, I don't know. I don't like how these cars drive. They're completely different to F123. That's enough of me bitching and moaning.
The board then, but no points are on offer just yet. We'll be back with more F2 action soon.
And there you go, after the practice session we have Théo Pourchaire, my teammate, in 1st position, absolutely killing it, and myself in the top 10 with a 142.1. We're 0.4 tenths off Théo Pourchaire, so we're not too far behind, but still I need to get used to the car physics and hopefully get better at this game. Because I highly doubt F124 are going to fix these cars. If you are watching F124, fix these cars please. And there you go, we've gained a little bit more experience and we still got a rating of 65. And here we are for the qualification session around Bahrain, and hopefully we can do some okay times. And off we chuff for our qualification lap around the circuit. I'm still not feeling confident with this car. We've got soft tyres on this time, so we've got a little bit more grip, a little bit more traction. But still, I just don't have confidence with this car. I still struggle with the brakes. I keep locking up the brakes. Same with the traction as well. As soon as you just give it the slightest bit of, I don't know, acceleration, the car just wants to spin out on you. Again, I don't know how these cars drive. I don't know if they're real to what they are in F2. I don't know, but I don't like how they drive. They're way too pointy. They're completely different to F123. Where with F123, they're all very understeery and a bit more predictable on how to drive them. But with these cars, as you can see, I'm just struggling with it. It's just, I really don't like how these cars drive. So we continue to do a fair few laps around the circuit. We got a purple in Sector 2, but we just completely stuff up the last sector. And the way we finish the qualification is in P9. Not what we wanted to start with, but to take the positive out of this, the sprint race, which is happening next, is reverse grid, and the top 10 is reversed. So we're going to start the sprint race in P2 and hopefully finish, I don't know, in P2 or in P1. And as you can see, we have Tia Porsche in first, Jack Doohan in second, and Dennis Hauger in third, with myself not too far behind. We're still not entirely far behind. We're 3/10 slower, but we are in the top 10, so yeah, really got to take the positive out of it. This is at 100%, so it is pretty darn hard. And here we are for the sprint race around the Bahrain circuit. And like I said, it's the sprint race. We're going to start in second position since it is a reverse grid. And in terms of strategy, we're going to do a pretty much drive to the very end. We are on the hard compound tyres, and the race is going to be about 40 minutes long. So we're just going to drive to the very end on the one compound tyre, and hopefully we can survive the race. Alright, the first race of the F2 season of 2022. We're in second position. Let's see what we can do. And off we go for the formation lap. Just trying to get my head around the car, try to warm up these tyres. You cannot warm up the tyres like you could in F123 by riding the brakes. You literally do have to scrub these tyres to keep them warm. Let's get these tyres warmed up. So the car's characteristics have changed dramatically since F123. These cars are extremely twitchy, whereas in 23 they were very understeery, so yeah, and I don't like the way how they drive, so beats me if that's how they literally drive, but yeah, I don't like how these cars drive, so just stick to it. Maybe the physics will change throughout the season, who knows, but yeah, I don't like it. Same with the brakes as well. The brakes are absolutely disgusting in this. Either that, or it's just my absolute fantastic driving. You let me know what you think of it, but I don't like it. I really don't like it. Anywho, after my whinging and moaning in the formation lap, we go into the grid line and try to warm up the rear tyres as much as we can as we go onto the starting grid. And yeah, we get it purple.
There, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Anyway, enjoy the race, people.
The rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those.
And it's lights out and away we go!
And off we go for the very first race of the F2 23 series. We get off at a pretty poor start. And yeah, I'm just absolutely just trying to keep my momentum into the first corner, and we lock it up already. Just like that, the brakes on this game, just absolutely shocking. Absolutely disgusting driving from myself. But we persevere, we've popped back down into third position as we approach the next corner. And yeah, I just go for the late dive bomb because I can, and yeah, I completely screw it up. Yeah, that's my fault there. Yeah, pretty poor driving for myself. But now we've lost a couple more positions and we're going to have to try get them back. I'm surprised we didn't get damage from that. And yeah, I'm very surprised we did not get any damage from that also, because we did hit, who was it? Awasa. Pretty hard, but yeah, oh, we keep going and we're still struggling with the car because the car's just driving like crap. So let's have a quick look at the start of the race with Awasa as we ride on board with Awasa. And as you can see, we do take off. We get a little bit of wheel spin, but we're still sticking with him. Awasa gets a better start than myself, but he is kind of wedged inside the first corner. And as I lock up the brake, as I do best, And yeah, we lose the position there. Awasa trying to overtake, but yeah, I do kind of push him a little bit wide here. But still, it's clean, it's hard and fair. And as we ride aboard Korea this time, heading into the 4th corner, both myself and Awasa do a bit of a late break. And yeah, I cock it up and smash into the rear of Korea. And yeah, that's why we're stuck to where we are. And continuing on with the first lap, as we approach the back section, we lock up the brake again, and we do see Awasa behind us locking up the brakes also, so it's not just me that is crap at driving these cars. Anyway, we persevere, we got to keep going. It's just the beginning of the race. It's going to be a long race, so yeah, keep your head down, keep your focus, and hopefully we can catch up to the guys ahead. We are over almost 2 seconds behind the car in front of us, and we're just 1 second ahead of Fittipaldi. But yeah, we got to keep on going. Hopefully we can build the gap from the cars behind and hopefully close the gap on the cars ahead.
Let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Pretty much what the engineer said.
Not even 1 lap into it, and yeah, we're so far behind. Just this car just drives like absolute shit.
Anyway, we keep on going. We're still on the first lap. We're about to finish the first lap. The first lap of 23. We've lost a couple of positions. We're now in 4th position. But again, like I said, we got to keep our head down, focus. Anything can happen. We've just got to keep getting used to this car, try to get used to the physics, and hopefully we can catch up to the guys ahead. Coming up to the end of the 4th lap, we've got the purple sector in sector 2, but still not confident with the car going through the last corner.
Alright.
And yeah, just really not enjoying my experience, as you can hear.
I really don't like this. This is absolutely terrible.
And as we're going down the main straight, we have Enzo Fittipaldi going for the overtake. And the one thing I can congratulate is the AI is pretty darn gutsy on this game.
Unless the AI overtake this time.
Absolute skits racing from Fittipaldi, the AI Fittipaldi.
Just cannot get away, got no traction. This is so frustrating.
But we try our absolute best just to stick with Fittipaldi. Hopefully we can stick with him and hopefully overtake him. Either that or just stay behind him and, I don't know, probably learn how they drive. I don't know. I'm just struggling, absolutely struggling. But we stick behind Fittipaldi throughout the whole lap, so that gives me that little bit of a glimmer of hope that, yeah, we're not entirely slow with the AI at 100%. Hopefully we can overtake him down here on the next corner. I don't know, hopefully we can. And as we approach the last corner on lap 5, we're still behind Fittipaldi. We're about to approach the DRS zone. We are within a second of Fittipaldi.
Let's get better launch out of there.
And since we are within a second of Fittipaldi, we're going to activate the DRS and go for the overtake. And as we go down the main straight, we successfully overtake Awasa. No, sorry, Fittipaldi. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Spoiler alert, it's still struggling with the exit out of the corners still. But we successfully overtake Fittipaldi.
Can't turn, can't steer, can't accelerate, can't brake.
So the engineer completely catches me off guard and I almost lose control of the car. But something I have noticed, they've given you objectives in the race now as you're doing the races. So yeah, we've got a little objective to take in or take out as much fuel as we can in the next couple of laps. And yeah, we just got to push the car, high rev it, and hopefully, I don't know, achieve this target. And yeah, that's what we do. Nothing really exciting. But as we head down the main straight for the 10th time, we have Fittipaldi right on my backside. He's looking on the left side into the next corner. We try to outbrake him as much as we can. There's a little bit of contact going on. I don't know if he has any damage, but Fittipaldi has a good exit out of there. We almost make contact again. We are in the DRS zone. We're going to activate the DRS. We're going to try and go for the overtake. This is some pretty skits racing, even though the AI is at 100%. I'm too scared now. Anyway, we outbrake ourselves again. We lock up the fronts, and Fittipaldi overtakes us. There's a little bit more contact there again. It is super duper tough. But anyway, we smack up the rear of him. We lose traction off the car, and we run off the track, and we lose a few more positions. And yeah, I'm getting really frustrated with this now. I just cannot get my head around this car.
This thing is so frustrating to drive.
So we're now stuck in 7th position. We're probably going to be stuck in a DRS train.
So we're going to be stuck on a DRS train maybe.
Hope if we can overtake these cars ahead. Anyway, we've just got to keep on going. We've lost so many positions at this race. Hope we can gain them back. And as we head our way down the main straight of the circuit, we're behind Leclerc. Heading into the first corner. We're going for the late dive bomb. We're risking it for the biscuit. And there's a little bit of contact going on. Still, there's no damage on the car, but we don't gain any positions there. But we do get an okay exit. I think we do have the DRS. Yes, we do. We both have the DRS going on. But we are ahead of Leclerc now as we go into the 4th corner. And hopefully we can keep this position and hopefully gain back those positions. The two in front of me, hopefully, if that makes sense.
Fittipaldi just ahead. Come on, go get him. They're holding us up now, so let's please try and get past as soon as possible and get on with our race. Push, push.
Please, no talking, I need the braking.
So we're getting a new objective. This time we need to overtake Fittipaldi this time. So I get my rage on and try to push as hard as I can to overtake Fittipaldi. So as we make our way down the main straight, for the 17th time now, we've got the DRS open. Fittipaldi doesn't have DRS, so we've got an easy overtake hopefully. We go on the left side and we successfully overtake him. We go into the braking zone, we lock up the brakes as per bloody usual, but we successfully overtake Fittipaldi. We now have Shaw in front of us and hopefully we can overtake him shortly. I'm starting to get that little bit of confidence back in the F2 car. Still drives like crap, but yeah, starting to feel a little bit confident. And the leader of the race, Jarubla, has decided to spin out and smash into the tyre wall. So it's not just me that's struggling with these cars. So we've made up another position. We're now in 4th position. Maybe we can get 3rd position if we're lucky. So we've got to overtake for sure and hope for the best.
It's not just me that's driving like shit.
And continuing on the 17th lap, we're doing pretty good times and I'm hoping for the fastest lap now.
I think we might be on for the fastest lap.
And as we approach the last corner of the circuit, we're catching up to Verschaw just a little bit. We've got a purple sector in sector 2, and as we go across the start finish line, you bloody beauty, we have the fastest lap of the race. So I'm starting to feel confident now. Hopefully we can overtake Verschaw in front of us, maybe get 3rd. We're too far from 2nd, but we just got to overtake Verschaw, get a podium, just a good way to start the series off.
2 more laps to go. I don't think we're going to stay in this position.
Bruh.
Prick.
With 2 more laps to go, we're not looking like we're going to get 3rd position. We're over 2 seconds behind for sure. But as we approach the 2nd sector, we see a yellow flag being flagged. We don't know what's going on as we continue down the main straight. And we do see Vershaw driving pretty darn slow. You bloody beauty. We've crept up into 3rd position. We've got a podium, hopefully. We've got 2 laps to go. We've got Fittipaldi less than a second behind us. We've got to push on and hopefully get this 3rd position. A good way to start the sprint race and the series with a podium. So head down, focus, and hopefully get this 3rd.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap. Gap to your teammate behind, 9.3 seconds.
So we're coming around the last corner in 3rd position. We slowly caught up to the guys ahead. We're slowly pulled away from the cars behind. Maybe I'm starting to get used to it, I don't know, but we got 3rd. We'll take that.
Okay, good job, mate. Really, really well done. That was a fantastic drive. Bring it home.
Yeah, cheers, Steve, mate. Cheers, Steve. And Oliver Bearman with their driver of the day.
And there you go, we've made it onto the podium. We finished 3rd in the very first race of the series. We didn't get to 1st, but we'll still take a 3rd. Not many points, it's a sprint race, and we're starting the next race, the feature race at Bahrain, in 9th position. So yeah, not a bad way to start the series, I guess. We've only lost a position. And there's your results for the very first race. We have Awasa in 1st, Correa in 2nd, and myself in 3rd. Now, if we did stick with Awasa throughout the race, we may have finished in 1st, but no, we just made too many errors in this race. Still trying to figure out the controls and how everything works, but still, we'll take a 3rd. The AI is going to remain at 100%. And that is the very first race in the F2 category done. We're going to keep on pushing on and hopefully beat the AI at 100%, and every time we do, we're just going to keep on increasing it until we get to 110% if we're very, very lucky. Now, we've got like another 27 races to go, so who knows, we might get there in the end, but we'll see how we go. If you are curious on the previous series where I tried to beat the AI at 110% in F123, we successfully do. The link is up there somewhere and down below if you're curious. And yeah, like I said, we're going to keep on pushing on and hopefully beat the AI at 110% in F124 in the F2 series, and then eventually push on to the F1 series when I feel like it. Now, if you made it to the end of this, video, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe and all that stuff. And yeah, stay tuned for more content with F124, iRacing, Gran Turismo, and all the other crap out there, and also real racing as well. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. And if I see you on track one day, have a skits race, and I'll see you around. Ciao.